And we go live now to Caracas, Venezuela, where the President Nicolás Maduro is at this hour at the Miraflores Palace, concluding and receiving the credential letters of ambassadors of several countries. At this hour, we can see that the President is in an official ceremony just to receive the letters of credence of Algeria, also Haiti, and the Islamic Republic of Iran. This is an official ceremony to strengthen the bilateral relations, also in the framework of the visit of the Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf at this today in Venezuela. The meeting was aimed also to develop the relations in the economic, the technological, political, and also cultural fields between Venezuela and Iran. This ceremony is taking place right after President Nicolás Maduro concluded a bilateral meeting between the Speaker of the Iranian Parliament, Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf, at the Miraflores Palace. We can see the Foreign Affairs Minister Ivan Hill, who is receiving the ambassador of Iran that is going to present the letter of credence to President Nicolás Maduro at this hour at the Miraflores Palace in Caracas, at the heart of Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. We can see President Nicolás Maduro is set to receive the letters of credence. Let's recall that earlier today, the President held a bilateral meeting with Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf, and also the high authority was received earlier today by the President of the National Assembly, Jorge Rodriguez, in which the high authority of Iran congratulated the Venezuelan people for the great victory of the great patriotic poll during this is a crucial moment for the relations, the diplomatic relations between both countries, that is set to strengthen their bilateral cooperation, the respect between the both governments and authorities and peoples of both nations. Let's recall that the diplomatic relations have strengthened substantially, especially under the command of Commander Hugo Chavez, and a path that has been reinforced by President Nicolás Maduro, also entering the 21st century with the arrival of Commander Hugo Chavez to the presidency. The ties with both governments were strengthened, particularly in areas of energy production and economic and industrial cooperation. President and Commander Hugo Chavez visited Iran on several occasions, including 2000 and 2001, early on his very first years in the presidency of the country. Also, in March 2005, the Venezuelan government signed a law of cooperation between both governments in economic, cultural, scientific, and technological matters. Those were discussed under the command of Hugo Chavez in 2001 during the visit of Commander Hugo Chavez to Iran, and also for 5 renewable years, being published also in the Extraordinary Official Gazette of March 1st, 2005. Ever since, the path of relationship between both countries have just reinforced under the command of President Nicolás Maduro. Let's recall earlier today, as a proof of this long-term relationship and of friendship and mutual respect between both nations was proven during the visit to Venezuela of the Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf at Legislative Palace. Also, earlier, a few minutes ago, President Nicolás Maduro held a meeting with the Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf, in which they both show a bond of respect and also in a way to show the support between both countries amid a complex political scenario marked by U.S. sanctions towards both countries and also the imposition of unilateral coercive measures, and amid this economic war that seeks to hamper the economic development between both countries. This is a proof that Venezuela is not alone, nor is Iran, because both governments and people have each other at this moment. And this is a proof. This recognition of a new ambassador to the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela is a proof that Iran and Venezuela are working together towards a path of economic support, of economic recovery through the bonds, the ties of accompaniment amid this economic crisis that the world is experiencing, also prompted by the tariff war that has been imposed by the U.S. President Donald Trump. This is a way in which Iran and Venezuela are working together towards the sustainable development that both nations seek. Let's recall earlier today, National Assembly President of Venezuela, Jorge Rodriguez, hosted Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf at the Legislative Palace, and the meeting was precisely aimed at developing relations in the economic, technological, political and cultural fields between both nations. Jorge Rodriguez in this meeting expressed Venezuela's gratefulness to the Iranian people and government for always standing together with the Bolivarian Republic, even in times of need. Also, for his part, the Iranian Parliament Speaker congratulated Venezuelans for the successful electoral day in last Sunday's May 25th regional and legislative elections. This is a moment of truth. This is a moment in which President Nicolás received the letters of credence of the new ambassador of Iran to Venezuela a few minutes after the president received the Speaker of the Parliament of Iran. So this is all for the moment, but stay tuned with teleSUR English for more information on this.